Hello, beautiful light workers and healers, wherever you are in the world, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm so happy to connect with you today. Today, we will talk about what is one of the biggest blocks light workers, healers, star seeds, and intuitives are actually facing, and if it's not the most, the biggest. So I'm Natalie Restored. I'm the host of this page. I am a channeler, a multidimensional channeler. I am also a light worker mentor. I help people like you, whatever gifts and powers you're using to help the world and help people you love and help yourself grow as well, clear their blocks, emotional blocks, psychological blocks, ancestral blocks, energetic blocks, past life blocks, anything that is stopping you from moving faster to an alignment with your life purpose, whatever it is meant to be doing. So when we connect to your higher self, we can clearly unlock all the resources that are dormant within you. It's not coming from elsewhere, it's from within. So I'm happy to see you guys here. Let me know who's there. And I can see already some, yeah, Heidi. I have unfortunately another Facebook user here. Sometimes Facebook does not allow me to see the names, but hello, 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 hello. So today's conversation, and please, please, please feel free to interact with me, okay? I'm just sharing what I sense and what I witness and observe. But if your reality is different, or if something resonates with you and you want to talk about it, feel free, whether you're doing this live or as a replay, it does not matter. I will read your comments. Other light workers will read your comments. So I think it is important. It is important to share your journey with everyone. It is, because you don't know who's watching and who will read your posts and will resonate and feel that there's somebody out there who's also resonating the same way or experiencing things the same way. So today we're going to talk about one of the major blocks that light workers and healers, intuitives, and star seeds are facing. It's not the ones, or it's not the one we think it would be. So I just want to confirm with you. I guess you're all human beings here. I mean, I'm not going to wait for your answers. I'm pretty sure it's yes. No, yes, of course, we have star origin, but we're all human beings. So, because we chose to incarnate on earth with this body, with this way of thinking, with the conscious mind, with the subconscious mind, its limitations, with we're born with physical limitations, we're born with emotions that can be a gift, that most of the time are messengers, that because we sometimes feel overwhelmed by them, we don't always read them and don't know what to do with them. So we're human beings this way. We have a set of tools that can be uplifting, and that can be totally an asset in our evolution. And sometimes, because we don't master the whole process of what it is to be a human being, we feel overwhelmed. So we have that in common. You and I, we're human beings. And even though it doesn't seem super complicated compared to other beings out there vibrating on different dimensions and uh, sharing a knowledge and having contact with so many different sources of knowledge, we feel very tiny, very, very humble with this kind of incarnation, this kind of vehicle. And at the same time, it can be complicated. So today's topic, again, identifying one, if not the biggest block, the biggest challenge light workers, star seeds, and healers are facing, came to me. The thought of talking about it came to me because today, and I've been doing this since I've been back from Montreal, and definitely I've been doing that for a while. But you know that I do have chats with people when people are kind of confused and they want to know where they're at, and they simply need guidance on what is their trajectory, what is their gift, how they're meant to be using it, what is their life mission. So I have chats with people regularly, every day, every week. And today, or this morning, I had two wonderful conversations with two wonderful light workers, very different personalities, a man, a woman, one really using her gift in a very powerful way, still wondering why she cannot unlock more, why she's channeling so clearly, why still abundance is not coming her way, and the beautiful man light worker who is extremely intelligent and has a lot of information and is researching a lot, and is still also, uh, even though he senses what is coming ahead for him, there's still a struggle. Yes, I know it's there. I know I can reach it. I already downloaded. I already asked for guidance, but I feel blocked. Can you confirm my life mission? Can we get some kind of confirmation? Can I get some kind of clearing or emotional clearing that would help me feel as wonderful when I'm channeling and healing people than when I am interacting with my family, with my parents, with my siblings, with my partner, with my kids? Why can I be like totally uplifted when I channel and I am connecting to high vibrations? And why is it more dense when I work or just be when I live in my everyday life? I know you guys are saying hello. I'm returning the hello, but that's all I see. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. So, hello, guys. If you can put your names down, I would love to know who's there. So, those two conversations really prompted me to come and chat with you about what is the main goal. And I'll share it. It's easy, and at the same time, it's multi-layered. So, it might feel that it's requiring a lot of work. So, we agreed that you're a light worker, a healer, either dormant or fully awakened, or somewhere in between. We agree on this. You want to develop your intuitive gifts to the next level. And because the energies are so potent at this moment, that you just want to surf the wave and go and not wait another 10 years to be able to maybe make a living of it, um, or or heal more people or heal quickly or whatever, is to perfect your gift. So, well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think is actually one of the biggest blocks? There are more than one. There's definitely more than one. But like based on your experience and observation, what do you think is the most aspect that is blocking light workers and healers from moving forward, just to feel like I've got the gift, I know I've got the gift, or I sense my mission, I know I'm being called, I would like to, I could explore, but I still have issues, I still have problems. So I have a Facebook user saying the ego. Yes, yes, yes. Ego denying I have blocks. Yes, yeah. Trying to say you don't have blocks is definitely one thing. Fear. Yes, is another one. Yes. Yeah, these are all blocks. But if we go and let's say we try to summarize everything. Fear is an emotion. The ego denying the fact that there might be blocks or things to resolve. Confidence. This is also an emotion. All these are around emotions. So you're all right, but let's summarize this in a very clear sentence. It is the inability to transmute, and I talked about that a little bit last week, to transmute clearly the information you receive as a healer, as a light worker, during a meditation, during a session with me, during a session with a Reiki practitioner, during your own channelings, your own work. I mean, if you're doing a similar work, whatever your modality is or your modalities are, when we're really into a high vibration, we're focusing on the healing, we're letting source and the higher self guide us, that feels very good. And the more you do it, the more you elevate your ability to raise your vibration. It becomes easier. Yeah, it may take time, but it becomes more pleasant. It becomes clearing. You do heal yourself while you're helping others. So what blocks most light workers from being out there right now, clearly saying, having a sign saying, I'm a light worker, I can help you, whatever you're helping people with. Let's say for me, I help light workers clear all their blocks to be of service to as many people as possible and make a living of it, from it. So, what stops everyone to bluntly, clearly say who they are? Yes, it is the ego, but it is the inability to jump from a fifth dimensional state to back to their regular life. That is the crucial thing. Either we stay in the fifth dimensional and we believe that's it, it's so good, okay, great. Okay, now I've got to, I don't know, pay my bills. We feel that it's like a lower density. That is one of the biggest things. But question mark. What is stopping us from easily shifting from a heightened level of connection to the everyday life? Because you might keep that very high potent energy within you, because we'll rarely disconnect fully and completely. If I work with you as a group or with my clients, when we disconnect, I still keep that high vibration for hours and hours. I mean, I need to do some, concrete work, and that requires my focus, so that I will have no choice to bring my awareness to a denser level or vibration. But what makes us suddenly feel anger, feel resentment, feel guilt, all the emotions that are bringing us to somebody who may feel not awakened? Because usually when we say, I'm awakened, or I feel I'm awakening, we have the image of a person who's vibrating high, always happy, always open to the difference, always open to whatever clients may come with blocks and objections and everything. Normally, an awakening person should be able to answer all those obstacles very easily. And the main issue at the top of all of them, as we're getting to the core of everything, it's the fact that most light workers believe that because they have a few gifts, that's it. They either focus on their gifts and then focus on their personal lives, or sometimes disregarding the personal life, meaning I'm raising my vibration so high, so I might have resolved a lot of issues, and they believe that there's no personal blocks to resolve. And that's where we're all making a mistake. Believing because you channel, because you heal, because you support, because you guide, because you channel a collective, and you can write a wonderful book full of channeled activations. That's it. You will never meet any obstacle in your life. That is where we're not fully connected. If we were fully connected, we would be able to jump from one level, like fifth dimensional, third dimensional, very easily, and we would face our issues with a more open mind. But the fact that we decide to work mainly on the, let's say, more beautiful or more, I shouldn't say rewarding, even though it's extremely rewarding to channel people's higher selves or whatever your ability is. It's wonderful because it's unique and it's not mainstream yet. I say yet because very soon more and more of us will use those intuitive abilities and gifts and powers. So because we focus on what seems enlightening, we forget that our ego, and yes, you mentioned it, the ego, the conscious mind, the earth aspect of us has issues to resolve. So you could be, again, the most wonderful mentor, guru, channeler, healer in the world, and you probably witness that regularly. I am a good example of that. We still get troubles, we still get problems, we still have our cars breaking down, we still have our parents getting sick, we still have to look back in our past and see, why am I so sensitive about this? Why do I react to this? Why do I have problems charging my clients? You could just say, oh, no, okay, these are like down to earth things I should channel. You can't, you can't escape the fact that you have decided to incarnate on earth with everything that it means. And chances are you're also here to clear your own stuff. So a journey to become the highest version of yourself, which means a better healer, a better channeler, or I should say a clearer healer. A clearer channeler doesn't mean that you are done in your evolutive process. It doesn't mean that you have resolved everything. You may admire somebody who has reached a level of channeling or clear guidance, or a tarot reader that just gets you right there. You may just admire them, but the truth of the matter is that they have their own issues. And if they don't resolve them, or if they don't look at them and decide that I am a good channeler, but I still have problems with my dad, my mom, or my sibling or a teacher or whomever created a pattern of outdated beliefs in my field, then you will move on, still channeling wonderful, beautiful information. But every time you will want to expand your abilities, because channeling is great, but you need to talk to living people to make it all worth it. And those living people have their own issues. So a client may call you and suddenly they tell you something and it triggers something within you, like, oh my God, you're trying too much, or oh my God, yeah, it's like, who do you think you are? You have the knowledge. I can do that on my own. That could be triggering for many of us. And if it triggers you, that is the sign that you need to work on this. So to me, when I work with people, I never disregard, I never put aside the emotional aspect. You cannot grow spiritually, intuitively speaking, if on a weekly basis and probably every day, but we don't need to pay like so much attention every day. You don't want to focus on the issue all the time, but whenever something arises within you and you feel like, I feel a tension, I feel like it's putting me off my trajectory. I felt so uplifted, and suddenly I feel like, oh, I want to hide. This is a sign. This is totally a sign. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So hello, welcome here. I'm happy you're catching me live. So, I mean, to summarize it, the biggest challenge, the biggest block light workers are facing is not resolving their emotional issues. Thinking because they heal, because they channel, because they read cards, because their Reiki practice is wonderful and they're connecting very easily, they think that that's it, is done. What happens is that when you believe this, or you just connect on the high vibrations and you try to avoid the issues here on earth, your own issues or the world's, or whatever the world's triggering in you, as soon as you have a little discomfort, as soon as there's a little objection, or somebody in your way telling you, well, your computer doesn't work today, oh my God, I'm off, I cannot do my live. If every little technical earth issue is disrupting your focus, then you still have to work on something. You still have to work on something. So do not forget that you're a human being. And it's not because you feel the intuitive gift rising within you that everything in your earth self, your emotions, your childhood are fully resolved or is fully resolved. And you'll know as soon as you feel off, just because it has been raining for 2 days, or you didn't have clients for a week, or the last two clients you had, well, the outcome was not great, or you're tired of using the same tools, or whatever could be a little obstacle in your life. If it's putting you off, or suddenly you get a call from your sister you haven't heard from for, I don't know, 10 years, and suddenly bang, you cannot work anymore because that overwhelmed you. Don't hide in your gift. Don't hide into, I'm going to work because it feels so good to connect to my higher self and all those beautiful star beings. Address the issue. Address the issue. Addressing the issue will allow you to channel and heal in a clearer way. And every time you will see, feel, witness an obstacle in your life, whether it's coming from your close entourage, your close family, or a client, or something you read in the news, you might feel hurt, or you might feel out of balance when you see it, but it won't stay within you. That is the sign you have healed it. That is the sign that it's not a problem in your field anymore. But if it's putting you off balance and you start to doubt about your price, your content, your offering, your gifts, or the way you've learned, or the fact you don't have a certificate in anything or any training, or um, whatever puts you off balance, then you know you have to resolve it. So, how does it sound? I mean, you could say anything. You could say, oh, I don't meditate enough, or what I receive is not clear. That is stopping me from working. Or you could say, oh my God, my husband, my wife, he or she did, they don't understand what I'm doing. I have to explain all the time. I'm tired. So I don't feel supported by my family. I have to hide. I cannot do it full time. You could say that is an obstacle, but in the end, the gift remains there. The obstacle is how you perceive the relationship, how you talk about your gift to others, why does it impact you so much? So when I work with people, like for a few weeks in a row, it's 7 weeks actually right now, there is one, if not more, sessions dedicated to the emotional clearing. It's not channel, it's pure subconscious mind clearing. Channeling may come through, but most of the time we're simply connect to the conscious mind or the ego, the subconscious mind, and we say, here in this body, in this person, are there any blocks stopping her or him from fully embracing the gift and reacting in a balanced way to uh, whatever obstacle or obstacles life may send that person. It is crucial. Me just teaching you how to channel, ask your higher self, what is really your life mission? Or are there any blocks in the past, in previous lives that we need to clear? These are great. This is going to definitely skyrocket your process to awaken to your gift or gifts, because I know you have more than one. But when our work, our connection is over, or your connection to your higher self is over, you still have to deal with the everyday life. So and I'm telling you, we all have issues to resolve. It will become easier and easier. But if you do not face this and just love to stay in a state of bliss, because you love nature, I don't say please go and immerse yourself in nature as much as possible, but again, in order to be a very balanced light worker, you need to tell the world who you are. You need to tell the world, well, I am a light worker mentor, a multidimensional channeler, I'm a healer, I'm doing light coded activations, I'm doing energy rebalancing. Okay, some people will won't understand a single thing that I said because it's not in their vocabulary, while others will resonate, of course. But if I'm scared to say this because I'm scared of the everyday people judging me, that could be including my family, or if whatever 3D fear I have, because it's still in my field, those fears are not external. They might be triggered by external um, events, situations, or comments from other people. But in the end, you are the one receiving those triggers. They are making you react. You are the one blocking yourself from saying, I am a light worker mentor. This is what I do. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not working on these issues anymore. I'm just working with you guys or whomever your clientele is. So let me read what you're saying, you guys. Heidi says, I've been so conflicted for such a long time. Is crying low vibrational? Of course not. It's actually another way to release trapped energies. When we cannot verbally use words, the body will try to clear your trapped energies through very, very quick and easy ways, and crying is one of the ways. So it is good. It's actually healthy. Unless you're doing that every day for hours, then no, you need to address it. But just like, once in a while, it is fine. I know at times it definitely is releasing a clearing of sort. Yes, totally, totally. You cry at commercials, random things. Well, that is something. You're an empath. Yeah. I mean, again, if you feel, Heidi, if you feel crying should be, I am releasing something I cannot express. That's what it should mean if we were going to give it a quick definition on an emotional level. I am expressing, unblocking what I cannot say or express with a language understandable to everyone. But if you realize you cry a lot and it's being triggered by different sources, and it's fine. I used to cry a lot when I was younger. I mean, movies, of course, involving animals. It was that or wars. Like I felt responsible. I felt that what am I doing here while others are dying or suffering? So that is sensitivity. This is being an empath. That's okay. But if you realize that years after years after years, you still are crying for the same things, then it probably means that there's a part of you. Yeah, and anything involving animals. Yeah, of course. They're the most sensitive with children, the most sensitive beings here on the planet. So again, it's really, I would need to chat with you, Heidi, but it's if you feel it's coming for the same thing, like if there's a lot of movies I would cry over and over. Most of the time it's again involving humans, animals, children, and wars. I'm still totally, I cannot understand why humans are going to those extents. And when I was in my 20s, I would cry. I would hide myself. I hide in the bathroom and cry. But that is also telling us something about us, because crying for something is a way to release trapped emotions. But it's also reminding you maybe of something that is connected to a past life that maybe would need to be addressed or looked at. Or maybe if you feel that you're always crying for the same things around the same patterns, then it needs to be looked at. It's probably trapped emotions. Which ones? It could be probably I cannot express myself. You understand? It's if you feel you're crying over the same things, the same topics, it's probably because there's a part of you that feels like I cannot say how I feel about it. I'm angry. I would like to help. I feel stuck. I cannot be of service because there's things I don't like at all. Of course, any kind of violence. But since I've been like any animal that came into my field of awareness in need of help, I did help. That made me feel I was of service. Same thing with people. As soon as you don't stay in the feeling and you just, oh, the feeling, this is how I feel. And, uh, what do you mean? What am I supposed to do? And as soon as you say, okay, I feel very sensitive about people aging and being sick, and every time I cry when I see that, there's a need of an action. As soon as you get into the action, maybe volunteering to help people who are crossing over to just transition easily, whatever the issue could be, or go and work in an animal shelter. As soon as you're in the action and you feel that your existence has a meaning, then you become less sensitive. Not less emotional. I'm sorry, you're less emotional. You are remaining sensitive, but you're less emotional. Because staying in the emotion and diving into the emotion all the time is not the healthiest if it comes back regularly. Look for an action. Look for an action that will help you feel that whatever hurts you can be changed through one of your actions. Okay? That's what I'm doing with people right now. I mean, I was so lost when it was time for me to channel. I mean, I had a mentor, and I'm so grateful. But there's a lot of things I have experienced and nobody had answers for. Nobody. I was a medium, but my mediumship expressed itself through dreaming. I never really feel the beings around like this, but as soon as I fall asleep, and I kind of understand the pattern now, but there's a few conditions that need to happen for me to uh, to connect to souls who crossed over recently. But when I was sharing this with people who are knowledgeable, they were all telling me, no, that's your ego. You need to clear some stuff. It's probably around fear of raising your vibration higher. Well, I said, I'm already raising my vibration higher, but I have those moments or where those lost souls are coming to me. So if I hadn't, been in the action of, instead of saying, oh, no, I've been told this is my imagination, this is not true because I channel higher self and high vibrational beings, how could I channel lower vibrations? It shouldn't reach me. They shouldn't ask me for help because I elevate quickly my vibration. Well, if I hadn't responded to the call, and then, first of all, I would have been frustrated and I would not have listened to my mission. Now, when they show up, and they did like a few days ago, I know the process now. It's not what I'm looking for, but it happens. Um, well, then I help people go to the light. The last time was a family of three. They were trapped in between the world. They didn't know what happened. They just died suddenly and they were totally lost. So you understand that created frustration, but that could have created tears as I was hoping very quickly to raise my vibration. I don't want to work with people who crossed over. I want to work with high vibrational beings. So that was triggering something within me. So I know it's another topic, but we're talking about being in the action whenever we feel something, whenever we feel that emotions are blocked and they're coming back and coming back. Being in the action is the way. Most of the time we need to know the origin, but being in that action will always be fulfilling. If you're sensitive about kids' conditions, women's conditions, First Nations conditions, whomever, and you cry or you feel like your heart is being compressed and broken in pieces, do not stay in this. Just say, okay, first of all, why are you connected, let's say, to First Nations situation? There's probably something that resonates with you. So find out, but just reaching out and helping will probably disconnect some of these emotions. Jeanette, Chantal says, it's an ongoing process, a lot of ups and downs. Yes, totally. Yes, observe and don't absorb. Absorb totally. So, if you don't have any more questions, I will just simply conclude on this. Again, I was today talking about one of the biggest challenges light workers and healers are experiencing, which is not being good enough, not channeling clearly enough, not connecting to higher vibrations, not having enough clients, not having enough money, whatever the block is, or whatever the lack of practices or the lack of knowledge is. It's not bad. You need to address these. You need to work. You need to explore. You need to practice. You need to practice with people. You need to make a business out of it if you want to survive. That is clear. But again, if you do not resolve all the emotional blocks from this life or previous ones, but definitely these ones, you will always feel that you're very quickly triggered by clients, people's, partners, friends that are suddenly, at least that's how you perceive it, or doubting your abilities, or not trusting it's going to work, or think you're charging not enough or too much, whatever the issue is. It's all in your field, in this 3D field of yours. You need to address it. Again, you can still channel, you can still heal people, even though you have a lot of emotional challenges to look at. But if you do not want, as Chantal said, have a lot of ups and downs, like really high and very lows, there's a way for you to make sure that the bumps are not like that, but just more like wavies. There's a way. It's to heal. Heal your inner child, heal your ancestral lineage and whatever they have experienced and it's still in your field. Disconnect from some of society's expectations of what a man, a woman, a family, a healer should be doing. And as soon as you clear this, anybody coming in your way telling you, no, 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 I've seen somebody else, they are doing a better job than you, or not, you're charging too much, or oh, no, I'm not sure, whatever it is, you'll be proudly able to say, this is what I do. I connect with people I can help. I know I can do this. You will feel so confident. I'm so happy. Can we talk, join? I'm not sure what you mean, but it's simply reminding me, guys, that if you want to know more about what your blocks are, if you want to know more about your trajectory, your goals, what's coming next for you, or if you want to talk about your blocks, you may be totally aware of what your blocks are. So there's two things. You can definitely book a chat with me and we can talk about it. Again, today this morning, I had two wonderful chats with beautiful light workers, part of the group. I could actually put the group, that's the first step. If you're not part of my group, guys, join the group. That is the first step because we're here live on YouTube and we're here live on the page, Facebook page, but also in the group. That's the first thing. By being part of the group, you'll know right away what kind of energy I'm working with. We're talking about all possible topics. I do offer way more talks than on YouTube and the main page. So start with this. If you're not too sure where you're going and what is your next step, and maybe you have emotions stopping you from moving forward, you're still in that transitional space where you're not sure about what your mission is and your gifts are, join the group. That is the first thing. Now, if you're sure about your mission, but you feel that there are some blocks, you're not too sure of the origins of the blocks, whatever they are, book a call with me. Just with that call, first of all, I will hear and listen to your journey. And from this conversation, I'll be able to tell you, well, this is probably what is or are the best next steps for you. It doesn't always involve working with me. I'll be very honest with you. If ever your own good is to go and see a Reiki practitioner, not working with me, I'll tell you, I say, no, I don't think this is what you need. You need these next steps. So I'm telling you, you will feel a lot clearer just by having this chat. Of course, I will talk about how I can help you personally with the abilities I have. But if you feel that you're really, really on the breach of opening up something magical for you, you could live from, and you could help so many other people open up and clear whatever is stopping them from being happy in general, then we could chat about that for sure. Beautiful. Do you have any questions? How does it feel? Did it help you? Did it help you? Again, I kind of planned it last minute because I simply thought that those conversations I had this morning were so revealing. And I said, okay, there's a reason why I am actually hearing the same obstacles, the same issues, and it was just the same thing. It was just, I just want to go fast. I want to download all my intuitive gifts. Too bad about the issues I have with my dad. Too bad the issues I have with my partners. I just want to, you have to do both. You have to do both. You cannot disconnect from the earth self and all the issues. I'm just posting here the chat, the chat link if you want to book a call with me. Again, no obligation, heart to heart, very honest, very authentic, very real, and hopefully I'll be able to help you understand a little bit more what's coming for you. So it's not channeling. I'm just telling you, it's more a conversation. Honestly, if you could have a tea uh, in my neighborhood or in your neighborhood, that would be the kind of conversation you have with a friend and you say, hey, this is what I'm going through. What is your take on that? That is the kind of conversation we can have. Yes. So, Jeanette said, why do I say Jeanette Chantal? Je m'excuse. I don't know why. I focus on the second name there. Your lives always help, Nathalie, and it always aligns with what I'm living at the moment. Yeah, well, I'm happy you're saying this, but you know, one thing is that I'm trying to react as much as possible with the energies that are coming in. They're not just my energies. I knew July would be heavy because at the beginning of each year, I do kind of a 12-year forecast for me and for the world, and for me and for the world, July would be heavy. And I know there's a lot of things happening on Earth, whether it's climate or things collapsing, or it's quite heavy. So, and my clients also can set some kind of guidance for me. So as soon as I start to see a pattern, I know that if two light workers working with me are experiencing this, if I read a few light workers talking about the same issue, I know there's a trend. I know there's a pattern. So I know it eventually will reach more than a few people. All right, beautiful people, I'll let you go. So if you're not in the group, honestly, join the group. I will post that again. It is in the comment section. If not, I'll just add it to the description. If you're already in the group, it means that you have been already open to the fact that you're meant to be healing your soul, healing people interacting with you, and definitely helping others, really many people, feel better with themselves. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm happy, Facebook user, whoever you are, that you caught me today. And again, we'll chat very soon. I hope to see you. And please share how you feel, okay? Wonderful. Bye-bye.